everyone, Pot ISM. Welcome to an Adventure update. So, we've not been here for it's a good week now. The mojo's been really on a slump. That killer heat absolutely sapped all the fun of sitting in here and modelling away. And yeah, it just killed the mojo. The heat's gone. It's back today. It's a bit warm again, but it just absolutely drained me of any interest of modelling. So I've struggled then getting back into it. The Aston's still plugging away, so we'll see in a minute. Next video for that should be up in a couple of days, and hopefully we'll get that finished over the next week. No problem building that at all. The Subaru was building, I showed in the 2K video. All kind of interest for that has just gone. Sam's finished his. Mine's back in the box. It's on the floor. That will get finished, just not right now. So I basically sat here for a few nights, mulling what to do, what to think of, etc, etc, and come to the decision. Number one, I need to build stuff I enjoy at my own pace, which is pretty standard, but sometimes when you're building, you rush to catch up, or rush to get things done, or rush to make contact for a bench update, which I've got a habit of doing every now and then. So I sat there literally all yesterday pondering what to do. Myself and some of the GT40 build wanted to do. They took their time coming. I thought, this isn't going to arrive for a while. We need to pick another build. I think it was kind of what I was holding off for as well. As you can see, as I decide on something to build, the GT40 turns up with a nice customs charge. But hey, it's one of those things. So I was going to build this, which is one of my favourite kits and cars. Love any of the fast forwards, the Cosworths especially. And I chose the Domino / B-Max / Tamiya Escort RS Cosworth in the Bastos schemes with the white metal 18-inch 5-spoke speed lines that I got my Gary Constable, funny enough, cheers Gary, and decided on that after a long hard think and look through all the decal books, and yeah, went to bed thinking, right, there we go, that's what we'll do. When we get up in the morning, we'll start afresh, car we enjoy, kit we enjoy, get it done, bosh, done. No, I wake up to a customs notification through the door, and Hannah very kindly went and picked these up for me. Got Sam's as well, and this is what we're building. So, yes, the Escort's on hold. It's been pushed back a build, but I will come back to it. And we're going to build this. So that is now the classic car buddy build on the go. Starts today, ends the, what date did I put? Was it the 13th of August, the Friday? So you've got 6 weeks to get going. So we're going to take part. There's a post on the forum, my post your build, and amongst it underneath. And make sure you post regular build updates, and we will get this build underway. I'm going to start mine today. Looking forward to it. I was going to do it in black. I've now decided to do red. And lo and behold, we had our UMP Tamiya LP lacquer paints turn up today as well. So what better way to showcase those? So I picked LP21 Italian Red to spray it in. I've got a good selection of colours there I can use on the bodywork, running gear, chassis, interior, and the thinner to go with it as well. So that's what we're going to do. Hopefully get some video out of it as well. So we show the LP21 being sprayed on the body, some of the running gear sprayed, and do a little standalone review of the paints. I've been using the LP5 for months, and it's fantastic. So really looking forward to put these other ones through the paces. So yeah, I did like the look of the black, but the red's growing on me, really has. I've got Renaissance decals for it. Again, we'll go through the box in a minute and have a look. So that's it. So if you're going to take part, let us know what you're building. Got any questions about the build, let me know. And as always, all the stuff I use in my videos, most stuff you can see here on my bench, it's all in a list in the description of this video, over on the forum, and links to everything as well. So go over there and have a look. So there we go. Another thing as well, some of the guys very kindly judged the wheeled GB over on the forum. I was going to do it in the next bench update, i.e. today, but I'm completely unprepared. So we'll do it in the next one. Do apologise for the delay. It is all judged. The winners are announced. Thank you very much to the guys. Next bench update, I promise we will have a look at the winners. We'll go through the builds on the forum as well and have a look at those. And yeah, we'll get that done and dusted. So well done to everyone to a part, and thanks to all the guys that judged it as well. Sorry I'm taking my time. Just been one of those weeks, months, years so far. It's one of those, just one of those times. So that's it really. Not much else to talk about. Hangouts still going, live show still going well. I've got some videos I want to get up. We'll talk about those in a minute as well. And that's it. So the best thing to do is go overhead. We see where the Aston Martin's at, and we'll have a look at the GT40, the decals, the paints, and then we'll come back and say goodbye. Right, okay. So where are we at? Let's have a look at the Aston first. So, next part of the Aston is due out very soon. We're working on the interior. You can see a piece of it there. We'll get to that in a second. In the last video, we got all the running gear together, the chassis, wheels on, brakes on, suspension on, the engine in place, etc, etc. As a few of you saw, I had a bit of issues with these metallic decals on the engine cover. Subsequently found out they go better down on gloss coat, so bear that in mind if you're building one yourself or you come across one at a later date, but they just will not stick to matte paint at all. That's quite well. The engine cover looks good, not too bad at all. Running gear underneath doesn't look too bad at all, lightly weathered with some Tamiya wash. Just need to detail paint those parts in there, which we'll get to at a later date, and that's it. So the video part for that was up last week, and lots of great feedback on there so far. Thank you very much everyone that's watched. So that's how that's going. The interior I've been working on and off all week. Like I say, the Mojo's been flagging lately, so really struggling. We're plugging away with this, getting it where we are. So this is where we're at. This was all primed in grey UMP. We've painted the steering wheel, the fluffy pedal gear shift, the steering wheel column in semi-gloss Tamiya LP black. We've painted all the leatherwork, door cards, etc. in, what did we spray first? We did primed in grey. We sprayed the centre console in LP5 semi-gloss black, masked that all off, and then we sprayed the zero leathering colours. Now, this is the colour I wanted, and this is the colour that's shown on the bottle. The colour I got at the bottle was totally different to this and way lighter. I did contact Zero. They did promptly send me out a new bottle of paint. Next day, in fact, it arrived. It's the exact same colour, much lighter than this. In fact, here they are. So this is supposedly what that colour should look like. I've matched that. That's near enough the same colour that's on the bottle of paint. It is here somewhere. There it is. In fact, I'll grab it. Give me one sec. Give it a quick shake. So this is the paint. That's the colour it's supposed to be. That's the colour it is. I know it's not fully mixed because it's settled, but that's the colour it shows on their site. That's the colour you get, and that's the colour it sprays. Now, to my eyes, that looks nothing like that colour shown there at all. Like I say, contacted them, they sent me out a new bottle. It's exactly the same, literally exactly the same colour, no difference at all. So I've absolutely no idea what's going on there, but that's how that colour sprays. So I have this colour as well, which is a saddle tan colour from Zero, very nice colour, but I think a touch too dark for this. So I mixed a little bit of this with that, and came originally with that colour, which I thought was a little bit too light. So 30% of the light colour, 60% of this, 33, 66, whatever you want to do, came out to that colour. So it's a little bit lighter than that, and to me, that looks a bit more like that colour shown there. So that's what we've gone for. So that's all been sprayed off. I then had the fabulous idea of, let's spray the carpeted area up, like so. I then masked it all off, and then thought, let's try some flocking, but let's go a different route this time. Let's try embossing powder. I've not used normal flock a few times. You get it everywhere, and you end up with remnants of it for months and months and months. So I thought, I'm not using normal flocking. Let's try some embossing powder. So I bought this off Amazon, black embossing powder. I made two mistakes. Number one, did it in a hangout, filming while I was chatting to the guys, completely forgot to spray the bottom in black, which is a fundamental part of doing this. And then secondly, tried using X22 because I've seen somebody else do it as the sticking substance for it. It went down okay. It didn't cover great. You could see the brown through it. It just didn't look great at all. When I pulled it off, you could see rough edges of it because the paint hides where the flocking doesn't go, and it just looked awful. So I ran it under a tap with a toothbrush, got all the flocking off, stripped the whole paintwork with leveling thinner, reprimed and repainted it in black. And what I'm probably going to do this time is I'm just going to paint this. This kit's worth way too much money to be messing around with. So I'm going to mask it off, paint it in the texture paint I use for my seats, just to give it a bit of texture at the bottom, and we'll go from there. So next time we use that, and there will be next time, I will make sure to paint wherever I'm doing in the colour of the embossing powder. Fundamental mistake. And I'll probably use enamel paint again. The enamel paint's super sticky, dries great, always work well with the flocking, and that's what we'll do. So I do have the video of it. It's about 20 minutes long. I'm not going to show it because it's going to take up a whole part of the video. We're not using it, and it went so it's not great at all. So that's where we're at. So like I say, the mojo's slacking a bit at the minute. This really did not help at all, but it is what it is. It's one of those things. Lesson learned, and pay attention when you're gabbing away to your mates. So that's the Aston, that's where we're at. So I'm gonna get that all masked off, painted, detail paint some of the consoles, get the decals on, get this all assembled and get it in, and that's just the fourth part of the build up. And then in the fifth part we come back, hopefully assemble it all, get the car built and get that build done. Really enjoying the kit. It's just filming and doing all these bits. It does drag on a touch longer than I wanted it to. So, what's next? Now, I was going to start the Escort, which I posted about last night on Facebook, because I thought the Fujimi GT40 himself and Sam ordered were going to take forever to come. Lo and behold, they turn up today. So there we go, there's Fujimi's GT40 Mark II Le Mans. Now, I was going to do this originally in black. The red's growing on me, so much so we're going to do it in LP21. Now these have just arrived at UMP. We've got the full range of them. They're in stock today. They're on the site probably by the time this video goes up. They should be there. If not, they'll be on later tonight. But I'm going to use these. I'm going to run through the paints in a minute, but that's the colour I'm going to do this, and I think it's going to look really, really nice. So we've got the kit. We've got some Renaissance decals, which were £14 for those. Extortionate. Because Fujimi decals just absolutely suck. They are by far the worst decals you can get, and that's where we're at. So we've got that. We've got a full range of paints. We've got LP21s. I've got 2 of those because you normally use more than paint that you think doing the car and the chassis. We've got LP1 gloss black. We've got LP2 gloss white. We've got LP11, which is the silver. We've got LP19 gunmetal and LP62 gold titanium. So I'm probably going to do the wheels titanium gold, bodywork in the red, and any other colours you can use on the engine or whatever, we'll do in those. I've also got some of the Tamiya Lacquer Painto. It's not Painto, it's a logo. Lacquer Thinner. It's a retarder one. And for some reason, I've not had one of these for years. I'm having UMP thinner. I've not held a bottle of this for years. It just seems a lot smaller than it used to. So that's what we're going to do that in. And like I said, we've got the full range at UMP going over. They're pretty competitively priced. And have a look. I will also do a review. I'll probably show this being sprayed and some of the other parts, and just a review, actual standalone video of these being done. So excited to use those. I've also got LP5, the semi-gloss black, which I've been using for, my God, months now. I've gone for about 5 bottles of that stuff. Absolutely love it. Yet to try it with Tamiya's Lacquer Thinner, so it's going to be interesting to try. Let's have a little whiff what this stuff smells like. Phew. Yeah, pretty potent. In fact, it smells better than Leveling Thinner, though. I'll give it that. So yeah, really interesting to try that. Really interesting to get cracking with this kit, which is going to get started as soon as this video is finished. So let's have a quick look at the kit. Inside, the body. Now, it's not the best kit. It's a bit rough in places. From what I've seen through the plastic, it does look a touch rough, but it's all moulded in one piece. A bit of cleanup required here and there, but nothing all that bad, if I'm honest. The worst part I've seen is right there on that front bumper. If I zoom in, let me get my light out of the way. So the front bumper just there. Nice piece to take care of, but it's not the end of the world. Yeah, just some careful cleanup. And this thing's going to look good in red. It really will look nice. So the body doesn't look too bad, mostly in one piece. Yeah, it looks good. Clear parts look good. I'm not going to get them out of the bag. There's a lot of clear parts to this kit, as you can see. But they don't look bad at all. Fairly clear. Yeah, they're not bad. I can't really say anything bad to write about. They're not damaged. They're held on well. So it shouldn't give any problems. We've got all the interior, dashboard, bulkhead, the 2 vents. Looks like a diff cover. So on and so forth in there. And the parts. This sprue's not that bad. I've seen one of them that's covered in flash. Covered in flash. So this one's not that bad, but yeah, interior is pretty basic. So it's going to be a nice, quick, and they said easy then, but I think it'll be a quick build. It may not be particularly easy. This was the sprue that was covered in flash. Definitely won't save all of us, but anyway, steering wheel looks really good. Seats are covered in pretty thick flash, to be fair. You can't get it off with your thumbnail, but it is they are textured. But for the most part, it doesn't look too bad. The engine's mostly moulded in one. But, yeah, I've seen a lot worse. But it looks simple enough. It's going to take quite a lot of cleanup, though. But on the whole, I don't think it's going to be that bad. Tyres are there. Treaded tyres. They're not going to be branded, though. No, we will have some decals somewhere, though. Wheels are there as well, with the centre lock caps. And like I said, they're going to be sprayed in gold. So they don't look too bad. Actually crisply moulded, there's no breakage on them. Nope, they're really good. With Fujimi's stupid wheel design. Let's make our wheels totally different to everybody else's. Instructions, we've got the decals on there, which for the most part we will definitely be using as little as we can. We've got some instruments we'll probably be using, but the rest of them will probably be filed under B. We have some photo etch, which is always a nice addition. Some seatbelt buckles, bonnet pins, got the rear grille, and those two little fins that fit on the front bonnet. So again, nice. And then in the back, we have our tyre markings, which are Goodyears, and our seatbelts, which they're not bad actually, to be fair. I say seatbelts to belt. So yeah, will we use them? I don't know. We may. I think I've got black ribbon there. If not, will we use that? So for the most part, it doesn't look too bad a kit. The instructions are fairly simple. As you see, there's not a lot of sprues, which is good. Call outs. There's the paint call outs. Paint call outs are in Mr. Colour and Mr. Hobby Aqueous. There's your decal placements there. We've got different decals, obviously, but they should be fairly similar. And construction looks fairly simple, to be fair. Yeah, looks pretty straightforward. Yeah, I can't really say anything about. Probably the trickiest part of this is those rear intakes at the back. They're in two halves, going to be gluing together and filling before they can be sprayed. Other than that, this thing looks pretty simple, and hopefully won't be too tough of a build. So there we go. So like I say, keep an eye out. I will do a video on the LP lacquers. I've still got the airbrush video I want to do on the Apex, clean and maintaining. And I'm going to do a video on UMP primer as well. So I've got a couple of test subjects for those. Got a couple of Subaru bodies there to show them on. And we'll get those out pretty soon. And there'll be some kit reviews as well. Really going to get my act together and get some more videos out. Right, so there we go. As you can see, Aston Martin's plodding along. It's getting there. It'll be finished soon enough. Quite excited to do this GT40. I've never built one, and the Fujimi kits, whilst they're going to be a bit rough, the ones I built, they generally go together okay. Hopefully this one's got no real issues. As long as you ditch the decals, because they are literally the worst decals I've used. Even UMP Decal Solutions struggles with them, I will be honest. They are just shocking. It's like they're made of cardboard. You just will not settle conform. They'd rather crack and fall to bits. They are utterly useless. So standard conditions for any Fujimi kit for the decals in the bin, buy aftermarket and it'd be all good. So yeah, looking forward to this. It's going to be started today. Sam should hopefully get his tomorrow or Saturday, and we can all crack on with them and get them going. So really looking forward to that, and hopefully see a lot of you join in on the forum and Facebook too. So there we go. Keep an eye out through the week for some videos. The Aston Martin video should be up soon. Hopefully LP paints. I've got the primer, airbrush cleaner one to do as well. I've got a few to do. I've got a little bit of a backlog. And like I say, you got any questions or comments, pop them in the chat down below. Subscribe to the channel, share the videos where you like, and make sure to check out our Facebook page and forum. UMPretail.com, where the full range of these LP paints is now up. It should be up by the time this video is up. If not, it'll be later tonight. As always, all the products I use are all linked in the description to this video. If you've got any questions or comments, please ask. I answer every comment. I'm a bit behind at the minute, so I'm going to catch up today. So if you get some comments back from last week, understand why. And yeah, check out my Paul SM Facebook page for all my modelling work. Check out the Live the Bench page for the live show and the Off Air Hangout group as well. We've changed platforms now. We're on Jitsi, whatever the hell it's called. And we use that for our Friday night shows as well. So make sure to go over there and have a look and come join us. 2 new people joined us this week. We had Mark and Kieran as well. So it was really good to see. My light's flashing now. Got a dodgy bulb with flashes. Don't know why. So good to see 2 new people in the Hangout. So yeah, come and join us. We're not as nasty as everyone makes out. We have a good laugh. It's good fun. And we enjoy modelling together and having a chat and a laugh. So come join us. There we go. I'll catch you all next time. Take care. Bye-bye.